When it comes to love, which would you prefer? Someone who's physically attractive or financially savvy? According to a new survey, 3 out of 4 people preferred a partner who's good with money. But not everyone is an open book with their partner when it comes to money. Relationship expert and author Rachel Sussman has some insight. Good morning, Rachel. How are you?
I'm great, Mike. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to this conversation. Everybody has their own habits as individuals, but what about those financial habits? What do they tend to change once they become part of a couple?
Well, I think the new survey from Citi Double Cash showed all sorts of interesting data, and that it showed that at each life change, whether a couple goes from a dating couple to an engaged couple or getting married, then it opened up to more talks about money, and then they changed their financial habits. In fact, 82% of couples change their financial habits after marriage, which shows that finances really do count and that it's very important that couples talk about money.
Yeah, and I've seen all these studies that show that financial issues are the #1 problem between couples. So what do you recommend for couples to avoid having issues with money?
Well, I think they have to learn how to have a conversation about it early on, because if it's something that you're nervous about talking about, so you brush it under the rug, what I often see is that couples who aren't comfortable talking about money, it'll build up, and then they'll have a big argument. And then that's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, because they'll say, look, we can't talk about money. But that actually isn't true. The more you talk about money, the easier it gets. And it actually shows in the survey that over half of the couples surveyed do talk about money, which is a really great thing. And when I'm working with a young couple, I'll often say to them, do you guys talk about spending? Do you talk about savings? Do you talk about your philosophy? And I find that once couples get in the habit of talking about it, the easier it does get.
Well, it's just like anything, good communication. I had a conversation with a buddy of mine not too long ago, and he said that he has a different bank account, a secret bank account. Is it ever a good practice to have bank accounts that your significant other doesn't know about?
Isn't that interesting? And for people who don't do that, I think we're really surprised when we hear that kind of a story. But in actuality, nearly 1 in 4 people who took the survey admitted that they have a private account. And I don't think that's great for a relationship. When it comes to finances, I want couples to be open and honest, full disclosure. Now, in their open, honest discussions, they might agree that it's okay that they each have a private account. But then that's not secret. And the goal is really to get people on the same page, to be talking about it openly.
That's right. So what are some positive ways that couples can really work together toward their joint financial goals? What do you recommend?
Well, I think when they start talking about finances, the natural discussion is, what are our goals? What do we want to spend? What's our budget? What do we want to save? And then what do we want to do with this pile of cash at the end of the year if we're going to save? And it's really exciting to save money, and then couples can make joint purchases together or talk about what kind of products they want to buy. And of course, a great product is the Citi Double Cash card, which gives you 1% back when you make a purchase and 1% back when you pay for the purchase. And with that leftover cash, couples can plan really fun things like, where are we going to go for a date night or for a Valentine's date, or to give themselves even loftier goals and say, let's save enough money to plan a vacation. And then, that's a way to get talking about finances, make it fun, and get people on the same page.
Yeah, because it can be fun. I agree with you there. Where can our viewers go to find more information?
Great. For more information, go to citi.com/doublecash, or to my website, which is rachelassussman.com.
Rachel, thanks for your time this morning.
Thanks, Mike. Great to talk to you.
You too.